Hey, so I had this friend once. Well, I still have them as a friend, but I had this experience with somebody, and they had more of like the Buddhist belief. Um, but like I've told a lot of people, I'm everything, and I can see how everything connects to everything, and how um, it's all telling the same story at the core. Um, a lot of people can't really understand and differentiate that, but I was gifted with the gift of understanding. Um, I think they label it as something else, interpretation, the gift of interpretation, where I can see the deeper message. Anyway, this friend that I had, they seemed to be extraordinarily focused on, parasite cleanses and cleansing the body and staying away from this and that and doing this and that to help aid in the energetic building of the body and healing and or preventative measures or what have you. And one day I had the audacity to say something, and sometimes I can be kind of a smart ass. So I was like, man, because I didn't want to be like argumentative. I already understood that it didn't make sense that this person that was on the path of understanding that they were everything um, was so attached to things that were trying to come against her. And so um, one day I had said something like, man, that must really suck to like think, because she was like talking about how there's parasites everywhere and blah, 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 just like the way that it was sounding, it was like an endless situation. I'm like, man, that must really suck to like constantly think that there's parasites like everywhere. Like I wouldn't feel very comfortable living a life like that. So that really must suck. And they came back with something from their Buddhist teaching that they believed meant what they were depicting, and saying that I'm taught to detest the body, and so that's what that is. And I'm like, well, I think that we're discerning that statement, that teaching from a different perspective, because to detest the body, if you were going to detest the body, like not attached to it, to be disenchanted by it, then you would then not have a care in the world about anything that was coming against it. I think that teaching would be more about detaching from the things that were creating fear of anything that was coming against it, or trying to influence it in one way or another. Not to hate something, not to attach to the fears that are coming against it, or that exist as a choice in the illusory world that we all live in. And I don't know, I just felt like sharing that to detest the body isn't to detest the things that are trying to come against it. It's to realize that we are not this body. And that's really a lot of what I think the Buddhist teaching, just like any other spiritual teachings, are leaning towards and pointing to, and trying to help us see that being disenchanted by these things is not a fighting against of anything, but it's a realizing that we are not any of those things, and that we are beyond anything that can ever come against us. And no weapon, nor parasite, nor anything can come against it in any way unless we choose with our own free will to focus upon it. And so that's another aspect of that. This friend of mine, maybe they understand now, because it seems as though they're a lot less focused on these things. But any focus upon an enemy or a force or a parasite that's coming against oneself would then just recreate more and more of it in many forms. It would take human form, it would take food form, it would take energetic form, and it would just be everywhere, because that's what the perceptual reality was choosing to focus on, and the illusion that they were buying into, and disillusionment that they were living in. So I feel like it's pretty important to share that kind of thing sometimes, so that people don't get caught up in the face value of certain great teachings that are out there, and they get to the core of it and keep the core in mind at all times. All right, love you guys.